Welcome back friends. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 436, find right interval. So before we start discussing details of the problem, I just want to mention that I often create LeetCode solution videos in Java J2E as well as Java J2E interview related helpful videos where I created playlist for explaining different conceptual questions for interviews such as BFS, DFS, dynamic programming, as well as linked list arrays. Those questions are there, and there is a dedicated LeetCode specific playlist which has over 80 problems solved and explained with examples, so check it out. Also please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So now let's look at the problem details. You are given array of intervals where interval I is equal to start of I and end of I, and each start of I is unique. The right interval for an interval I is an interval j such that start of j is greater than or equal to end of I and start of j is minimized. Okay, return an array of right interval indices for each interval I. If no right interval exists for interval I, then put -1 at index I. Okay, so basically we have been given arrays of intervals like this. The first one is the start here and the second one is the end for that interval, and we have to find out the right interval for each of these intervals, right? That is given to us. That is the problem is, and let's take this problem over here so I can explain you. So this one is the intervals array which is given to us. So let's just kind of plot it like a graph, right, on the x-axis versus y-axis. So let's say 3 to 4 is one of the interval that is given to us. So this is the interval, right? So as you can see, there is no interval in this list which is after 3 to 4, right? So we will just return -1 for that. And if you consider next interval 2 to 3, so this 2 to 3 is another interval that is given to us. So next interval after 2 to 3 will be 3 to 4, right? So 3 to 4 index is 0 here. So we have to give 0 for this interval as the next 0 here, right? Next right interval means basically. And if we go to 1 to 2 interval, now 1 to 2 interval, then the next interval will be 2 to 3, right? So 2 to 3 index is 1 here in the given array, so we have to put 1 there, right? So always for each interval we have to put the right side interval, the next right side interval, right? And if it is not available, for example in case of 3 to 4 there is no interval available after 3 to 4 interval, we have to return put -1 for that index basically. So that is what the question is actually. So how we are going to solve this question is we are going to use a tree map, which is a one of the data structures like map implementation, where the keys are sorted based on their natural orders, right? So what we will do first is we will iterate this intervals array, and we will just put their start point like start into the tree map, right? And then we will put the position of the interval into the given array. For example, let's just take this other color. So for example, if we have a tree map like this, right, first we have a start 3, so we will put a 3 into our position here, and 3 will be position is 0, right, in the given array, so we will put position there as a 0. And then the next is 2 here, so for 2 the position in the given array is 1, and for next is 1, and for 1 the position in the array is 2, right? So we will put 2 here. So this is our tree map, right? Tree map. So we'll just call it tm, let's say tree map. So first, in the first iteration we will iterate through the intervals, and we have created tree map. So as you can see in tree map, the keys like this 1 2 3, these are in the natural ordering, right? So automatically tree map puts the keys in the ordering. So after that one is done, then what we will do is we will iterate through the tree map, right? So this is kind of a map that we will get after we put, right, the same thing that we have created. I just put it here. So this is same thing. And then what we will do is we will iterate through this array one more time, and we will check the ceiling entry of the key, right, of this start of this end, sorry, of the end. Basically, like, we will go into this array and we will take end element now, end element. So first end element will be the 4, right? But before we do that, I just want to mention details of the ceiling entry. So ceiling entry in the tree map will like, let's say how it works is, if we give, let's say, 4 there, right? If we want to find out ceiling entry of 4, then it will give us null, because there is no entry which is greater than or equal to 4 in this map, right? So it will just give null here. If we pass 2 here as the key for for the parameter for ceiling entry, then we will get 3, because that is the next entry which is available, right? So that is how the ceiling entry works. So it gives us the next entry which is available, basically, right? So let's take a look how the ceiling entry method can help us in getting to our answer now, right? So first we will again now start iterating through the intervals array, and we will take the end element here, right, end of interval, and we will check the ceiling entry into the corresponding map, right? So as you can see, when we pass 4, there is no ceiling entry here. 3, after 3 there is no other entries here. So there is no ceiling entry for element 4, because there is no entry which is equal to 4 or more than 4. So we will just put -1 in that case, because we will get null. So we will put -1 in that case. So also after the next end position for the next interval is 3. So ceiling entry for 3 will be equal to 3 is available, right? So we will take this as a ceiling entry. So it gives us 3 comma 0, and we will just put the 0, right, the position we will put here. So we put position 0 here. So after that, again now we are taking the end of the next interval, which is 2, right? So for 2, the ceiling entry we will ask for, and ceiling entry for 2 will be this one, right, which is greater than or equal to 2. So as you can see, we will get the position here 1, and we will just put that 1 here, basically. So that is how we can use the ceiling entry method. So now I will show you the implementation quickly, so you will understand more. So first we will check if the intervals is null or its length is 0, right? Then in that case we will just return a empty array here, basically, right? This one actually I want to remove this. So this is our main method, right? Okay, now we have just defined a tree map here, which is integer comma integer, and n is equal to intervals length, right? So we are iterating through the given intervals, and we are putting the start point of the interval, and I is the position we are putting in the tree map here, right, for all the elements as I shown here. This is what we are doing. And after that we just created a result array of n elements, whatever is the length of the interval, same length for the result array, right? And then we are again iterating through the intervals in this for loop. Now what we will do is we are calling the ceiling entry method of the map that we created, tree map, and we are passing the end point of the interval, right? See, we are passing the end point of the interval, like 4, 3, then 2. So end points, right, we are passing, and then we are getting the entry. That's what the ceiling entry gives us, right? Entry object, entry has a key value pair. So we are taking the value, because value is going to give us the position, right? Like for example, when you are calling ceiling for 3, then you get this 3 basically, and you put this 0 as the value here, right? Here you put, then for this 2 you get this 2 comma 1. So 1 is your position, so you put 1 here, right? So that's how the ceiling entry works. So once we get entry, if the entry is null, we will just put -1, because that is what is asked in our problem, right? So I'll show you. If no right interval exists, then put -1 in that case, right? So that's what we are doing here. And for rest of the intervals where there is a corresponding right interval present, we will just do entry dot get value, right? Because this is what will give us this position basically from the tree map. So that's what we are doing here, and at the end we will just return the array. So that is the details of the implementation, and let's just take all the examples cases here that they have given us, and we'll just make sure our code is working on those test cases. So as you can see, our code solution is giving us correct result. So the one that we have seen this example, right? 3 4 2 3 and 1 2. So as it is shown here, like -1 0 and 1, so we are getting correct result for that, and for remaining test cases as well. So we will just go ahead and submit this solution. So our solution got accepted with 75% runtime and 50% on memory usage using the tree map. So we'll just repeat, just summarize the solution one more time. So we are just checking if the intervals is null or its length is 0, we'll just return a new array. Otherwise we have created a tree map, and we are putting the entries in the tree map based on the starting of the interval, right, and the position of the interval in the given array. And after that we are again iterating through the intervals, and we are checking using the ceiling entry of tree map. We are checking we are passing the end of the interval, right, and we are checking if there is any right side entry available. If right side entry available, we will just put its position, otherwise we will put 1, right? So that is what the algorithm is. So order of time complexity will be O of n right here, because it is just we are iterating the intervals. And space complexity for the tree map will be again order of n, because we are going to put all our entries in the tree map. So I think I explained all the details with this example, so it will be clear now for you how to implement find right interval problem. This problem is asked in Google interviews as well as some other big tech companies interviews. So please make sure you know this problem and you practice this problem. Also check it out, the playlist that I created. My LeetCode playlist has over 80 problems solved with explained with examples, whiteboarding sessions, and code also. So please check it out. It will definitely help you if you are preparing for any in-person interviews, or like any Java J2E kind of interviews, because it will show you like how to implement the coding solutions. As well as it will help you in whiteboarding questions. So please check it out, and subscribe to the channel, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching the video.